is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. The Beloit Snappers breaking ground this week on a new baseball stadium. This comes nearly 9 months after the Beloit team was sold and announced their intention to build a downtown venue. Adam Duxter with the latest on the project and what it means for the area.
In less than a year's time, the plot of land behind me along the Rock River in Beloit will be transformed into a new home for the Beloit Snappers baseball team. And after months of uncertainty as to whether the team would be staying or going, those behind the project say just getting started is a relief. Fences have arrived along Sherland Ave and the state line, and heavy equipment is starting to show up. It's all a sign that work is underway on a 3,800-seat venue.
Something that's been discussed for a long time. And now that it's actually happening, now that we're actually breaking ground, it's really exciting.
John Gackstetter, Senior VP of Development for Hendricks Commercial Properties, is in charge and is one of several key players in a group that includes new owner Quint Studer and Diane Hendricks, whose company is in charge of development. Together, they've been able to privately fund the stadium's $35 million price tag and secure it a spot as a 501c3. Though the process hasn't always been easy.
We had to reclassify and rezone the site. We had to close a street down. We had to, do impact studies.
Not only that, shortly after the stadium was proposed, the Snappers, who are the single-A affiliate of the Oakland Athletics, were told they'd be one of many minor league teams eliminated unless the stadium went through.
We thought that by moving forward, we would show the community that we believe in, that we believe in the community and we believe in the prosperity of Beloit.
Gackstetter says he's confident in the team staying put moving forward and says this project could be a game changer for the city as a whole. Gackstetter says this stadium build is a show of commitment to the Beloit community, and he hopes it's just the start in a string of developments here in the area. He says now the biggest challenge will be making sure baseball's being played in time for the 2021 season. In the city of Beloit, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
The team's new owner, Quint Studer, already owns a minor league team down in Pensacola, Florida. He shares his thoughts on our website, channel3000.com. All right, let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
The temperatures outside are warm, but it's comfortable. The humidity levels are low. And as a result, if you take a look at visible cloud track, hardly a cloud to be found around Wisconsin. There were a few cumulus clouds that popped up earlier. Those have since gone away. Right now, the upper Midwest completely free of precipitation. Nearest thunderstorms are in the eastern Dakotas, and those are actually moving northeastward into Canada. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 80s through southern Wisconsin. Janesville 84, Madison 83, Boscoville still at 85. But with those dew point temperatures in the upper 40s to the middle 50s, the heat index is actually a degree or two cooler than the actual air temperature. It feels a little cooler because of the dryness of the air. But tomorrow morning, temperatures will drop into the lower 60s. Look for sunny skies and a very warm day tomorrow with a high of 87. Some thunderstorm chances return later in the day on Friday. I'll have more details on the weekend forecast in a few minutes.
Okay, Gary, thank you. The state is investigating the deaths of 2 people and a house fire in Jefferson County. It happened on Highway A near the intersection of Highway 106. That's in the town of Sumner near Fort Atkinson last night. Maddie O'Neill live there now with what we know so far. Maddie?
Well, multiple agencies are investigating this. Still many cars and vehicles from the Division of Criminal Investigation, State Patrol, Jefferson County. Just recently, we saw someone with tactical gear. So an ongoing investigation here that really started with what was a burglary call. So the Department of Justice is telling us that Jefferson County deputies arrived to find 2 people dead in a driveway. Then someone in the house shot at a deputy. That deputy returned fire before seeing black smoke coming from inside the house. So what you're looking at is the aftermath of a large fire, a building that looks destroyed. Authorities aren't telling us yet what happened to the person shooting at deputies, but they are saying that they believe this incident is targeted. We're also learning the owner of the residence listed on its property records died 12 days ago, according to an online obituary and confirmed by a neighbor. Off camera, we spoke to several neighbors, many who saw smoke or the fire or heard gunshots. One neighbor says that's fairly common with the hunting that goes on in this area, but obviously a different story last night. Authorities are asking anyone with any information who might have been in this area to give the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office a call.
All right, Maddie O'Neill live tonight. Maddie, thank you. To our coronavirus headlines, health officials confirmed 10 new deaths in Wisconsin, 300 new cases. Dane County has now surpassed 1,000 cases. County Executive Joe Parisi says this data shows our work is far from over. COVID-19 remains in our community, and it cannot be taken lightly or dismissed. DHS officials report the percentage of new cases coming back positive, 2.6% now. That's a slight increase from yesterday's 2.4%. Today, Governor Evers announced more than $80 million in financial assistance to help Wisconsin schools and colleges recover from the pandemic. More than $46 million will go to K-12 schools, $37 million to higher education. Wisconsin's tribal colleges will receive $2 million. The funding comes from the Federal CARES Act. And UW-Madison is planning to offer both in-person and online classes when students return to campus September 2nd. No student will be forced to take classes in person, but if they choose to do so, they will be required to wear a mask. All classes will have an online option through Thanksgiving break, and after that, everything will be online, including exams, to provide the safest learning situation possible.
There's a lot of uncertainty out there in the environment. There could be a huge surge across the country and here in Wisconsin that would make it unsafe for us to continue to operate and to, again, change the mode of instruction. We very much hope that doesn't happen. That does depend upon Dane County and other areas around us continuing to behave well, because what's out there can come here on our campus and vice versa.
The cost of tuition will stay the same, and university housing will regularly test students living in dorms for COVID-19. A live look right now at a march that'll be getting underway soon in Verona. Community members marching for racial justice from Veterans Park down Main Street to Miller & Sons grocery store and back. Organizers say they, quote, mourn for our country and the pain we are witnessing and want to take action to dismantle racism. We'll hear from speakers at that march tonight on News 3 Now at 10. New video now from our Sky 3 drone, another spray-painted street mural in downtown Madison. It reads police-free schools in bright yellow lettering. The work was finished last night in front of the Madison School District Administrative Building on West Dayton. Removing school resource officers from Madison schools has been an ongoing debate with renewed attention during recent protests. School Board President Gloria Reyes switched her stance last week, now saying she supports pulling officers from the city's 4 main high schools. For the first time in state history, the Juneteenth flag will be raised over the Wisconsin State Capitol. Governor Tony Evers announced it'll be raised at sunrise Friday. The celebration was created in recognition of June 19th, 1865, the day slavery officially ended in the U.S. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes says, quote, we have won significant freedom since 1619 when the first African slaves were brought to North America, but, quote, our work will not be over until all Black lives matter by way of equity and opportunity to survive. 29 Democrats in the state assembly are asking the governor to call a special legislative session to enact law changes to reform the criminal justice system. A Wanakee woman is offering up her front porch and hospitality. New at 6, Jamie Perez introduces us to 2 women who were total strangers with very different views of the world and then formed an unlikely friendship by having a conversation about politics and race.
In order to find common ground, sometimes we have to look for it. Take these 2, for example. Jackie Von Barron is a Trump supporter. Cassandra Punsel is a non-Trump supporter. But the 2 strangers formed an unlikely friendship after Punsel posted a peace offering of sorts on Facebook.
It was me just randomly tossing out, you want to sit down and get to know somebody? Get to know me and my family.
Von Barron took her up on it.
Cass was so open about wanting to get to know me and understand how I feel, and I wanted to do the same with her, understand how she felt.
In a country that can seem so twisted, these 2, who could easily find all the differences in the world between them,
just trying to understand where she's coming from as a Black person, because I don't understand what it would be like to be Black.
Instead decided to take a walk in one another's shoes to find they had more in common than they would have ever known otherwise.
I'm hoping that we can continue to be friends. And when everything's lifted, I think we can go out and have a beer together, because to me that would be, you know, she's a friend now. She's not Black Mexican. She's Cassandra, my friend.
By learning to appreciate one another's differences.
We don't have to agree about everything, but hopefully that I will win once and she'll win the next time, and then I'll win and then she'll win. There'll be a compromise.
And acknowledging that we may all come from different paths, but it could be something as simple as a porch and the willingness to listen, that we can learn to understand someone else's journey.
We need to get together and talk about this and explain to each other where we're coming from and why we chose to be more conservative or more liberal.
She was just so open and receptive, and she shared her own experiences, which I thought was fantastic. And she just looked at me and she just says, so what are we gonna do? How do we fix this?
In Waunakee,
if we're really gonna change hearts and minds, it's this, right here. It's this connection with your neighbors, with your friends and your family, and having these conversations and being open to them.
Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
And Punsel said she is hoping more people will take her up on her offer to just have a conversation in person or through video calls so that we can all work on finding more common ground. The Madison Public Library is hosting a conversation with former Georgia House Minority Leader and candidate for governor there, Stacey Abrams. Abrams will talk about her book, Our Time Is Now, a blueprint to end voter suppression and empower citizens. Abrams will appear live on Crowdcast for a conversation with the chair of the state Democratic Party, Ben Wickler. That's tomorrow, 7 p.m., and you can find more information at wisconsinbookfestival.org. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has given final approval to a mailing that will put absentee ballot application forms in the hands of 2.7 million registered voters ahead of the November election. The commission previously voted unanimously in favor of sending the mailing to about 80% of registered voters. Today, it approved the letter that will accompany it. The top 3 counties in the nation to respond to the U.S. Census are in southeastern Wisconsin. Ozaukee County leads the country with 82% of households reporting their census information, followed by Washington and Waukesha counties. The national response rate is 61.4%. Still ahead at 6, a new opportunity to support local restaurants. And Quick Trip reports a jump in milk sales during the pandemic. We'll explain why after the break.
The sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. We've transferred hundreds of clearance items from our warehouse to our store to save you up to 90% off for this massive blowout event. Bring your truck and trailer for immediate pickup or delivery. These deals are too hot to miss. Ashley Home Store.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Here's to all the farm and fleet dads, the ones who get the job done right and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, give him a gift you know he'll love from the store dads love, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. For the casual dads, save $5 on all Columbia sportswear. For Dad's Lawn, save $100 on this Cub Cadet riding mower. And for Dad's Workshop, get $100 off this 20-gallon air compressor. Plus, get a free hat when you spend $50 or more in our sporting goods department.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. According to the CDC, cleaning is a necessary first step of any disinfection process. We use detergents and cleaning agents to ensure that your home is prepared for whatever life brings in. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
The sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. Who says you have to pay thousands for one-of-a-kind furniture? Show your style with a custom sofa, now just $7.99 and ready for delivery in 3 weeks. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
New at 6, officials at Quick Trip say they have seen close to a 30% increase in milk consumption since the coronavirus hit. That is good news for Wisconsin farmers. All of Quick Trip's milk comes from farms within a 75-mile radius of its La Crosse facility. It's processed within 24 hours, so it is very fresh. Officials believe a reason for the increased sales is due to Quick Trip's environment compared to the bigger grocery stores.
I think what would have increased our sales the last couple of months is that sometimes consumers were very self-conscious about being into a store retail environment for any extended period of time, whereas in a quick trip store, you're in and out in less than 3 minutes. So people felt safe coming into an environment because they were only there for a short period of time.
Well, typically, Quick Trip shoppers are buying single-serve pints of milk on their drive into work, for example. But now that people have been staying home more, there has been an increase in buying those gallon and half-gallon size milk purchases. Bree Stevens Field launching a new restaurant series. It's called Picnic in the Breeze. It'll feature food from local Madison restaurants about twice a week with socially distanced picnic-style service. Other safety measures include strict capacity limits, hand sanitizer stations, and, of course, the recommended masks. The first event is Friday. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. It is Juneteenth, so the event will start off with celebrations to remember the official end of slavery in the U.S. Ribmasters WI, a black-owned restaurant, will serve ribs, pulled pork sandwiches, and their grilled chicken. And there's a list of other activities going on in Madison to celebrate Juneteenth this weekend. There are virtual events featuring artistic and cultural presentations, a rally at Olin Park calling for an end to police brutality and other racial injustices, and a giveaway at Alliant Energy Center where gift cards, face masks, and essentials will be provided by Second Harvest Food Bank. On Saturday, there's a virtual Black Voices Matter series, including a conversation featuring black doctors on how the coronavirus pandemic is affecting the black community. You can find more information at madisonmagazine.com. Olbrich Botanical Gardens is open as of today. You'll be able to visit the outdoor gardens during limited hours from noon to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Monday, the gardens will be open to members only. Capacity limits will also be in place.
Big change is that if you come on, say, like a busy Saturday or Sunday, you may have to wait a little bit to get in just because we are limiting the amount of folks allowed or admitted into the gardens right now on a per half-hour basis.
Amid the pandemic, Bowles Conservatory, the gift shop, library, and family learning center will remain closed. Olbrich is working on a plan to provide outdoor concerts in the near future. Coming up in sports, a Janesville native reflects on what he says was the best moment of his life, getting drafted in the MLB draft. Sports director Zach Hanley has the story. And the warm weather continues. Gary with an update on shower and thunderstorm chances for the weekend. That's when we come back.
Discover unique ways to beautify your garden or yard at Jung Garden Center. And for a limited time, take advantage of Jung Dollar Days and save up to 50% off your merchandise total. Shop daily 10 to 4 for all your garden or yard needs at your local Jung Garden Center.
It's here, Slumberland's huge clearance event. You do not want to miss this one. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items, crazy low prices like sofas as low as $278, this gorgeous bed on closeout for only $148, or this classic sectional for just $7.99. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. No contact, no minimum. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Feldco season is here, and the signs are all around us. Like free installation on all windows, siding, and doors, and no interest for 1 year. It's time to jump on that home renovation project, and free installation all from the comfort of home. That gives you time to make the most of your Feldco season.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. We know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to people my age, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Gobin Cars Grand Opening Sale, beautiful Middleton. 2017 Nissan Sentras, Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
That's right. Buy 2017 Nissan Sentras and Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
Gobin Cars is selling 2018 Kia Fortes for only $89.95 or $149 per month.
Hurry in today and just ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Discover unique ways to beautify your garden or yard at Jung Garden Center. And for a limited time, take advantage of Jung Dollar Days and save up to 50% off your merchandise total. Shop daily 10 to 4 for all your garden or yard needs at your local Jung Garden Center.
Well, was another sunny, warm day across southern Wisconsin. The live view from the WIC Skycam looking off toward the east shows clear skies across southern Wisconsin, and that'll be the case again for tomorrow. But there is an air quality advisory that has been issued by the Department of Natural Resources again until 11 p.m. tonight for Columbia, Dane, and Rock counties and areas to the east, including the Milwaukee metro area, for high levels of ozone. People who have breathing problems might want to stay inside this evening. Southerly winds coming out of the Chicago area continue to have high levels of ozone over eastern Wisconsin. The advisory into the Chicago area runs until midnight tomorrow night. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another sunny, warm day tomorrow with high temperatures in the upper 80s. On Friday, the humidity levels start to increase, especially in the afternoon, and that will continue into the weekend, and that will lead to some thunderstorm chances. Friday afternoon, I think there's a chance of showers and thunderstorms. The better chances now appear to be on Saturday. Maybe a little more scattered nature to the showers and storms on Father's Day, Sunday, and then the chances will ramp back up again for Monday. Wisconsin right now free of precipitation. Some severe thunderstorms developing over eastern North Dakota, where a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until midnight. But again, we're looking at a dry forecast at least through tomorrow and perhaps much of the day Friday as well. On Weather Track, there's a large area of low pressure aloft in the southeastern part of the country, keeping temperatures cool and spinning in some showers and thunderstorms. To the west, another large area of low pressure aloft, bringing showers and then mountain snows into parts of Wyoming, whereas in between, the middle part of the nation just kind of blocked off right now from any moisture. So it's warm here, a little more humid to the west, but not terribly so. But this stationary front is the dividing line between much cooler air to the west and the warm weather that we have currently in place. And as we zoom into the Midwest, you can see those temperatures right now, mainly in the 80s across Wisconsin, away from Lake Michigan. Milwaukee right now still at 78 and Superior at 73. But notice out to the west, temperatures still in the lower to middle 90s across western Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas. Dew point temperatures are a little bit higher there, but not terribly high. Across Wisconsin, they're still in the low to mid 50s. That's low for this time of year, so the air is pretty dry. Winds will continue out of the south overnight. We'll see clear skies. Then as we head into tomorrow, you can see those thunderstorms moving through Minnesota, maybe even to northwestern Wisconsin by tomorrow evening. But notice as they push towards southern Wisconsin how they just kind of fizzle out because the air is drier here. Eventually, by Friday afternoon, we'll see a little better chance for a shower or thunderstorm to develop as a weak wind shift occurs. But that front may become stationary and work back northward as a warm front early next week. So the humidity levels will start to increase again, and that will lead to a little better chances for thunderstorms at that time. Otherwise, for tomorrow, look for a sunny and very warm day. High temperature topping out at 87. 7 to 10 day forecast. Look for those temperatures to remain in the upper 80s for Friday. Again, an afternoon thunderstorm chance. Saturday, probably the best chances for rain this weekend. Sunday, Father's Day, a little bit less of a chance for rain. Monday, some shower and thunderstorm chances. And then off and on chances next week. Most of the time, it'll be dry. Temperatures will be in the low 80s.
And coming up in sports, it might be decision time for Jack Blomgren, but why the newly drafted shortstop plans on enjoying the moment for a bit. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Save on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Save today on your next project with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Attract a wide variety of birds to your yard with Enchanted Garden bird food. Pick up a 40-pound bag for just $8.69 after 11% off. This Larson Lakeview Split View Plus storm door features a retractable screen and low-E insulated glass for greater comfort year-round. Just $355.11 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
What do you think of when you hear custom built in the USA? Superior quality, skilled craftsmanship, built to last? At Renewal by Andersen, our windows are custom built in the USA. That's something each and every one of us is proud of. We're proud of what we do, and we're proud of where we do it. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Culligan water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, all NSF certified, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CRV for just $199. Imagine your new CRV for only $199 at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Thursday morning, another warm and humid day in store. Hattie will tell us when things will start to cool down.
And parents, you may be worried about all the screen time your kids are getting during the pandemic. We'll tell you what the experts have to say about that.
We'll see you starting at 4:30. Last week, Jack Blumgren got the call every kid dreams of. The Janesville Craig grad was taken in the 5th round of the MLB draft by the Colorado Rockies, which means he has to make a decision. Go pro or play at Michigan for another year. But right now, he's enjoying the moment. Jack Blumgren had a pretty good feeling going into the MLB draft.
Going in, I kind of had, an idea of where I would be picked.
But actually getting the call?
Let's go! Honestly, it was the best moment of my life. I've been dreaming of this since I was, ever since I can remember.
It was a surreal moment.
It's different than, thinking about it and then actually seeing your name pop up on that screen and hearing your name. So it was a crazy moment and something that I'll remember forever for sure.
But now the 140th overall pick has a decision to make. Sign with the Rockies or return to Michigan for his senior season with the Wolverines.
Puts a lot into perspective for me to really realize how great I have it, and I'm just a baseball player having fun with this great game that we all get to play every single day.
A really good baseball player.
They're gonna get a guy that works hard every single day and has worked for everything that he has.
Who's going to make either team better.
I'm gonna bring everything to the table every single day, 100%, and do whatever it takes to win. I'm gonna make my teammates better at the same time.
And speaking of the Major League Baseball, the MLB sent yet another proposal to the Players Union. 60 games in 70 days with the season starting on July 19th, prorated salary, and an extended postseason. So now all that's left to do is have both sides agree, and that's kind of been the hard part these last
We'll worry about that later. Great to see Jack Blumgren. He went down and shot some video of him, talked to him. And
so there's a decision coming soon. It's just...
Always love to see those. In Janesville, they play tough baseball, so I know he's got a bright future ahead. We'll keep an eye on him and see what his decision is. Gary's really missing baseball season. He's having withdrawal.
The hands are shaking at this point, so I need to get some baseball. And this would be perfect baseball weather. Not a drop of rain anywhere around the state of Wisconsin right now. There is an air quality advisory for excessive ozone levels for Dane and Columbia counties and areas to the east until 11 o'clock tonight. Temperatures right now lower to middle 80s. The dew point temperatures are low enough so the heat index is actually a little bit below the temperature. That's because those dew points are in the upper 40s and middle 50s. Highs tomorrow back into the upper 80s. Then look for some thunderstorm chances over the weekend and into parts of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News True Now at 6. We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Take care.